Good evening, well, good almost evening, everyone. So can you hear me in the back? This is on loud enough? Joseph, this is loud enough?
It could be a little louder.
Okay, is there someone who knows how to use our little system here who could turn my volume up a bit?
David.
So, for those I haven't met yet, I'm Michael Sachs-Collar. I'm the executive director here at Kehilla, and I want to say welcome to Sasha's retirement party. As has been true all week long, we've been figuring out how to have a life that has both sadness and joy in it. And I think it's true that today, even had there been no current events of any interest, it would both be a sad and joyous day at the same time. Because I think that it's very clear that Sasha has meant the world to this community, and that for many of us it'll be sad to not have her at our fingertips touch. But it's also a joyous time because we get to celebrate Sasha, and any opportunity to celebrate Sasha is well worth it. So this gets to be a joyous experience, and I warned Sasha's not the only one who might need their handkerchiefs or their tissues, so go for it at any point. So what I first wanted to do was just check out kind of who's in the room and something about our relationship to Sasha. So firstly, I'd like to know who here comes as family. We're all part of the Kehilla family. But who here comes as family of Sasha? Wave, welcome. And I know there's a few friends who come from outside the community to be here too, right? Great. So I would like to know, firstly, who in this room has known Sasha for 5 or less years? Okay. Who in here has known Sasha for between 5 and 10 years? Who in here has known Sasha for between 10 and 15 years? Wow. Who in here has known Sasha for 18 or more years? Wow, that's some longevity and dedication. And I venture that probably has something to do with Sasha and who you are. And okay, and who in here loves Sasha? Raise your hands. Who in here loves Sasha? Wait a minute. Great. We're going to have an opportunity for some of us to share a few thoughts and wishes and blessings for Sasha. I first though want to say a thank you to the Kehilla Klezmer Consortium, Nelson, Darren, Josh, and Joel for starting the joy off for us tonight. So without further ado, Rabbi Bert.
Thank you all for coming out for this auspicious event.
Can't hear you. Turn it towards.
Oh, this way.
Yay!
This is how you get the flu.
I'm healthy, Bert.
Maybe I'm not. I don't know who's up next. Sasha, I really want to thank you for your 18 plus years of service. This synagogue would not be the same without you. The kinds of work that you have done, the kinds of networking and communication, your work on Call Kehilla. Sometimes people, how many people here first, when you called Kehilla for the first time, spoke to Sasha?
Number one.
You were the entrance point for many people. And it was your lovely voice on the telephone that may have drawn people to this congregation. One of the things I most admire about you is your loyalty to the congregation. This was never just a job for you. You have been a full member of the congregation. You attend events. You love the people. You love the community. This has been part of your mission, is to build this community that you have loved so much. And you have done that. And I want to thank you. One little incident. 5 years ago, at my 75th birthday, you wrote a little note to me. And you said in that note that you wanted to help me in any way that I needed help to continue my work at Kehilla. And I have treasured that sentiment. I have treasured that promise on your part. And I want to thank you.
Marcy.
I'm Marcy Rubo, and on behalf of the board and the spiritual leaders, we have a certificate of appreciation for Sasha, and I'd like to read it because this comes from the whole community of people. Can you hear better?
Yes.
Great. And it really describes how we feel about you, Sasha. It says, in appreciation of Sasha Gottfried for 18 years of service to the Kehilla community. We thank you for all that you've brought to the community and for being warm, approachable, easy to talk to, and easy to laugh with. Appreciative, giving, loving, and loyal. Caring, dedicated, devoted, and passionate. Patient, sensitive, sincere, and thoughtful. The ongoing glue between our members and our programs, keeping everyone feeling informed and welcome. Thank you for many years of service to Kehilla as communications coordinator and as a beloved member of our community. We wish you every good thing in your well-earned retirement. Thank you so much.
Rabbi David.
You're going to include all those qualities, you have to reduce the font size in that thing. The other thing is that, many of Sasha's qualities were put up on these pillars, we needed more pillars. And maybe it's very appropriate that they're on pillars. Maybe it's very appropriate that they're on pillars because Sasha herself has really been a pillar of our community. The thing is that, yes, the calls come in and they end up going through Sasha's telephone. And I think many of us sort of think about that in terms of an administrative task kind of thing. But, the thing is that as rabbi, I get forwarded to me, within 1 hour, an announcement about a death from her that I have to deal with, and then an announcement about a birth or a wedding. And so going through her phone and going through her desk and going through her fingers onto the keyboard is a continuous series of messages about things that are joyous and things that are sad and things that are heartbreaking and things that are uplifting. So in a sense, you have to understand that she's not just an administrator, she is a spiritual switchboard. And that is not an easy task because, we rabbis, we're supposed to switch, compartmentalize and go from one extreme to the other fairly fast. But that's not supposed to be her job description, and she's done it so well for 18 years. Right? And I just want to say this. We can put our hands together to applaud Sasha for everything that we know that she's done. But the thing is that we have to applaud even louder for the many more things that we do not know that she has done on a continuous basis. So Sasha started in her position about a year and a half to 2 years before I started my position. And so she's been here my whole time. And now in my last, 7 or 8 months of my current position, I'm going to have to operate without Sasha. So my blessing to Deb is that whoever comes in Sasha's place does at least half as good a work as Sasha has to be able to hold together and be the glue of the congregation. So that's my personal thanks to you and my hope for the future. What are we going to do without you? Right. Please, another round.
I think that most of you know at least some of the things that I appreciate about Sasha because I had the opportunity to write them and send them out to everybody. But there was something I wrote to Sasha in a more personal thing that I wanted to actually say that I didn't write in the email I sent out, which is that I've been here now just 2 months short of 2 years. And from the moment I walked in the door, at my first day of work, you placed yourself in support of me. That it was clear to me from the moment I got here that you were gonna support me to succeed and have all the way through at every spot made yourself available in whatever way it was that was necessary, whether it had anything to do with what your written job description is. And for me, coming in to do what I did, it was a real blessing for me that you decided to do that. And I gather you do that for the people who you love. But I got a chance to have you do it for me, so I really appreciate that. One of the things when Sasha and I were first talking about her retirement that I knew was that I know that Sasha was happy that we were going to do this, but was wondering what it would be like when she wasn't here and how quickly would the memory of all of us and all of this sort of, recede. So we took that into account, and we've got a few tools that you will get to have, Sasha, so that at all kinds of different moments, when you are not doing your usual 18-year routine of coming to Kehilla, you can know something about how you are thought about and cared about here. So I have on several fronts. Firstly, you should know Alex has been taking photos, and you will get access to all of those photos that you would like. We also are filming this, and you'll get a copy of the filming. So if you wonder, what was that thing that Bert said about me? You can go listen to it and hear it exactly. You also can walk out of here today with these little quality signs, if you would like. The next thing is that all the people that worked with you over these many years have put our thoughts and pictures into a book that Sandra Razielli so graciously compiled. So that's for you. And you know, like what you say when you're not supposed to pass out materials to people if you don't want them to keep listening to you. So you can sit later and you and Mark can go over it, because there's a lot of good reading in there. And you can ask Sasha if she wants to let you read any of it. I think she gets to be the gatekeeper of it, but I bet you she'll share some of it with you. And in addition, when you leave, we're going to give you a pile of cards that people have been filling out that say, "Thank you, Sasha, for." And you get to have these. If anyone in here has not yet filled out a card such as this, there's more of them over there by the door. And Sasha's going to be here for another 45 minutes or so, I imagine. So please make sure to fill one of these out, and you get to have these and read these at any time or any place you want. Okay? So that all together, that should hold you for at least a little while. And if you ever forget, who here is willing to remind Sasha how you feel about her in the future? Turn around. Turn around. Okay, so if you forget, you do know how to find everybody. Okay? We're not taking away your access code to the database so you can find their phone numbers. You need it. So right now I want to give... She already knows, yes. She knows many of your phone numbers already. So what I wanted to do right now is give the opportunity, if there's a few of you who want to say something publicly to Sasha. I'll give you a little tip from someone who has a few times received public appreciation, is that it's easier to hear and take in an appreciation that is concise. Okay? So is there, and Marcia already asked, as she said, tell me the reason why you said you wanted a first piece of this mic.
I hired Sasha.
That's right.
Thank you, Marsha. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm Marcia Brooks. It's really nice to see everybody here. We got to the point where we were finally able to hire like 10 or 12 hours of office help for Rabbi Zeri. We had nobody. I was me, but I wasn't the administrative assistant. And we interviewed people and got people on, and looked at, hiring. And we're down to 2 candidates. And Rabbi Zeri hired this very young woman. She said she'll be moldable. Sasha already knows what she's doing. We need to mold this person. And within very few weeks, it was obvious she was not the right person. I said, well, let's try and see if Sasha will still come. I mean, maybe she hasn't found a job or a second job, because you were working 2 or 3 jobs then, and you're always taking transcribing and everything in order to stay with us, which was really pretty special. I think it probably took at least 5 years to get you up to 40 hours, maybe more. I don't remember exactly. But anyways, when Sasha came, it was really, really obvious how wonderful she was, and what a difference it made for the congregation, and what a difference it made for me. In those days, we had a little office that she and I and maybe 2 or 3 other people shared at Northbury. And she was like, if I moved my chair back too much, we'd bump into each other. And for me, it was especially terrific, because I knew what needed to be done, but I'm not very good at writing in a nice, well-organized, concise way with correct spelling. And I had Sasha who could fix everything for me. So Sasha, thank you so much. It's also wonderful to see the kind of longevity you've had here. There have been times when this congregation's had a lot of turnover in a very short time, and a lot of that happened through your time, and now it's better. But thank you.
I'm Champagne Stephen Falk, and you have helped me always feel my heart welcomed. An open-hearted sense of being, no matter what my little question was, or what committee thing or that, and I just felt good all the time, just talking with you. Wonderful.
You get to talk as long as you want.
Stumble through. I'm going to tell you how I met Sasha. Back in December 1989, I was friends with this fellow named Jody Guthrie, who happened to be the son of Woody Guthrie. Wow. And Jody said, well, let's go to a folk picking pot, which they still occur. We'll get together and play folk music of all kinds. So we went up, I don't remember where it was, someplace in Oakland. And I went up there, and the first thing I knew, I was introduced to this woman. And I noticed how attractive and placid and self-contained and wonderful posture. She just stood there and waiting for an animal like me to make her life miserable, which I did for a little while. But she held up, and I'm glad she did. I just want to say that without Sasha, we wouldn't be here tonight. And without Sasha, I'm not sure Kehilla would be here tonight. And I know that there's a good chance I wouldn't be here tonight without her. Thank you, babe.
Thank you. I just want to say, Beth, for those of us who work on a variety of projects for Kehilla, and come at Sasha for all kinds of help and all kinds of questions, not only is she always helpful, but she never seems to mind the multiple interruptions. She always took everything with a very calm, even temper, totally unflappable, no matter how many people seem to be making demands of her at any given time. And it's been a real pleasure working on projects with you. I am so glad you're going to still be a member of our community.
Oh, Sasha. I'm Sandy Brett. I am Marcia's successor and Michael's predecessor. And for 10 years, Sasha made it possible for me to do my job. You did other things too, but this is all about me for 2 seconds. And you made it possible for me to do my job. I could not have done it. Could not have done it without you. I would have lost my mind. I would have lost my mind and not have served the community. And so, thank you for your direct service to the community, and thank you for serving the community through me, because I just so couldn't have done it without you.
I'm John Stone, and I was here before Sasha, and I can tell you the difference is really remarkable once you arrive. I want to particularly appreciate you, Mark, for supporting Sasha in this job. I know as there were cold Kehilla deadlines coming up, I would be calling Sasha at home. And it takes a supportive partner to allow that kind of work in all kinds of sites. The other thing I want to do is invite you to come back and be in the Kehilla Summer Retreat Talent Show at Bort Meadow, July 14th. We just got the date this last week. We're going to see you there with your guitar and your harmonica and your honey.
Hi, Sasha. I'm talking for the Sue Goldberg and myself and the Economic Justice Committee. We want to thank you. Thank you so much for all the great work you've done for us and the help you've given to us. And I know all the volume of emails that my committee sends out to us, and you drive me nuts, and you've been so patient. You've always been so responsive and helpful to me personally. I feel like we're friends. I've known you so many years, you and Mark. And a little birdie who happens to be your friend and neighbor told me you really like to get clothes, and we have a little something for you in appreciation of all the great work.
Hello, I'm Julie Petruski. I met Sasha when she was working with Marcia at the old office at Northway, that tiny little place. And I love you so much, Sasha. You're such a dear and loving person. And as I've told you, I am so thrilled that you are able to retire and rest or whatever. I am so thrilled for you. I will miss you. Whenever I come to Kehilla on a work day, no matter what reason I've been here for, I always came by to see you, Sasha. I love you. You're a true mensch. You're a good person. And I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled for you. I will sorely, sorely miss you.
Sasha, I want to talk about, I'm Danielle Rosenman, and I want to talk about what it's like to be a Kehilla family member who has gone through almost every rite of passage with Kehilla and with you, Sasha. And you remember them all, don't you? You remember my son's Raphael's bar mitzvah, my daughter Leah's bat mitzvah. And you remember when my father died, and my mother died, and my mother-in-law died. And you remember when I developed different work in groups and wanted to post things about them, and you helped me figure out how to do it. You helped my husband with Stephen, with his committee work, and with the Hebra Kadisha. I mean, it's everything. And I just want to thank you for it. It's wonderful.
I'm Susan Freundlich. Sasha. I want to thank you for being so kind and so caring and so committed to all of us as a beloved community in a sacred home. And from me personally, I know with the Generosity Committee and the board, so many times I would call you at the 49th hour and say, can you change this period to a comma? Can you please make that a capital letter? I I know I didn't give it to you that way, but can you please? And you've been nothing but kind and patient and willing and flexible. I love you. Sasha, I'm so glad this is true, and I'm so thankful, and I'm not going to miss you because I'm going to see you. This is just making it so much more convenient to have movie dates together. So thank you for everything you've done in the office and for all of us. And hug. Hugs.
Okay, we'll just take a couple more. Julie.
Sasha, I just want to basically, what's the word? Imitate, repeat, echo. Sorry, brain hasn't been working as well lately. Everything other people have said, and specifically, thank you for your patience as I called you to change things so many times, and you were always so patient. And I remember specifically when my beloved Alan passed, and oh my God, things were changing all the time, and we were constantly contacting you and saying, wait a minute, this is happening here, and this is happening. You were just like, okay, and changing everything. And when I needed help, when I had back surgery, and I was constantly sending things to you, and other people were, and you were always so accommodating and patient and
Gracious.
kind and gracious, that's the word. And then there were times when I'd be running in and out of the building and doing whatever I'm doing here, and I would see you in the office, and part of me would think, oh, she doesn't want to see you, you just just asked her to change 3 things 10 times, and she probably doesn't want to see you, and I would tiptoe into the office to try to say a quick hello and not try to interrupt you too much, and you were always happy to see me, even though it shocked me sometimes. I thought, really? I've just been, bothering you, and yet you are still so happy to see me, and I was always so happy to see you, and I'm so happy for you now, and congratulations, and mazel tov, and the best is yet to come.
So, do you want to say something?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So, I am just overwhelmed with gratitude and emotion for being part of this community for so long. I can't even talk. I feel like an angel is watching over me who brought me here to this community. I had actually not been involved in Judaism for a long time before I came here. And so it brought me back to my tribe. And I feel like Kehilla will always be my tribe. And I've just been so honored to work here, to work with the wonderful people who've been on the staff all these years, and I'm really going to miss staff. I'm going to miss Michael's laughter in the office. I mean, I could go through one by one, but I will really miss that aspect of my job. And I'm glad that there's a recording of this so I can hear it all over again. So I feel so blessed. And thank you all for coming to celebrate with me. I feel like it's really important now with everything that's going on in the world and in this country for us to hang together and to have each other. And so I'm really, really grateful that I still have this community. So thank you.
So I just want to, you can stay standing, because I want to say a couple announcements, and then we're going to do a close to this part of the evening. Firstly is stay and eat, because there's lots of good food still available. Enjoy. When we hit 6 o'clock, do your Kehilla thing and help us clean up. If you haven't filled out your card, there's still a pile of cards over by the door, and I'm sure Sasha will appreciate it. And I think those are the things that need to be said. Next weekend, come back again. We have High Shabbat on Friday night. Rabbi Bert will read in honor of his 80th birthday. We'll read from his new book. And then come Saturday night, Rabbi Bert, in honor of his 80th birthday, will get to speak about the Buddha and the Baal Shem Tov with Norman Fisher, a very prominent Buddhist teacher and Jew. And so come back and be with us, but get tickets in advance because we might sell out. And is there any other announcement that needs to be made that I forgot? So what I'd like to do is, when we step a bit forward, is people come on in and let's, we touch somebody, people come in here, put your hand on Sasha, and then touch somebody. And Sasha told us, I need Beth and Julie, why don't you come up? Debbie. That at staff meeting on Tuesday,
Nourishment.
Sasha mentioned that, the Parsha this Shabbat was Lech Lecha, and she mentioned that was her bat mitzvah portion a bunch of years ago. 56 years ago. And that there's a Debbie Friedman song that she put to that Parsha, and she asked us to sing it at staff meeting, and I just gotta tell you, it's very funny. So I knew immediately, right, the staff, as soon as Sasha left the room, we're like, okay, we're gonna do that at her party. And then on Friday, at our staff luncheon, Sasha says, can you do that song at our party? And I told her she's not that easy to surprise. So, I can't quite pull that off. I've never been that good a liar. So this one's for you, Sasha. And in the words, if there's some...
61.
We don't know. So, yeah, let's bring Sasha's twin sister. Come on. Karen.
This is my beloved twin sister, Karen. Quite a number of years ago, she and I were on the pulpit at our synagogue in the first bat mitzvah class of a conservative synagogue in New Jersey. And we sang, and this was our parsha, Lech Lecha.
And it's not that long, and it was split in half. So everybody was really jealous of us because we got a short one to begin with, and then we took half of a short one.
So if you don't know the words, we've got a few around, but otherwise you can hum or mumble along.
Michael, do you need it?
I do not.
Do you lead us? Somebody's nice, very nice reading there. Miles Davis.
To a land that I will show you. Let be a blessing, Kehilla. Kehilla, and I shall make your name great. Let the God and all shall praise your name. Let Kehilla turn place that I will show you. Blessing God Chaim. Blessing God Chaim. Blessing God Chaim. Let Kehilla.
Amen.
I didn't know you. But I know Terry,
Okay, good. We're in Montclair.
Let's turn this thing off.